Hey everyone, today's Monday, and usually on Monday we talk about results, but we're still waiting for some for last weekend, and last weekend was huge, so we can just wait like one day for that. But there was another topic I wanted to talk about, and that is Gandiva, right? So you might know that I have been testing a lot of set 10 just because I will be playing in that format in Japan soonish in a WGP. And Gandiva is actually something that really surprised me because I thought it was gonna be like a joke like deck, but it turns out it is actually pretty good. In fact, it is the best deck to come out in a long time, right? Gandiva is a new ride line introduced in set 10, and usually, you know, new ride lines that come out aren't that great, right? You look at Astra Unica, the only reason why she is so expensive right now is because she is a nice looking girl card. Alright, that's usually how it is. But Gandiva really has an entire package already built into the deck. It is easy to play. It requires no PRs. It requires not much old stuff as well, right? As you can see, this deck list. This is on the official YouTube channel, right? They did a video on this, so if you want to see how the deck. Well, to be fair, I think the game ended like on a triple crit. Spoilers, right? Game ended on a triple crit, but if you kind of want to see how the deck works a bit, you can take a look. But you can see from this deck list is you hardly need any of these old cards. You need Meteor Flare Dragon from a previous set, so you can probably pick that up. It wasn't really used that much, so in terms of price, if someone is trying to charge you an arm or a leg for it, or both, don't buy it from someone else. It's really not played. And also, yeah, you just need one Grail. Right, but if you're missing the Grail, if you're a new player because it's too expensive, then you can replace it with something else, right? You can replace it with something else. But yeah, this deck has like the whole package. It has like retire, it has power, it has draw, right? It does draw quite a bit. And you know, if you like the kind of old retire playstyle, this is where you're gonna be at. It has multi-attack, surprisingly. It has counter charge. I was really impressed when I started playing this. You know, it just felt really good. I think we can kind of go. I think the mainstream goes through a few of the cards on what they like. You know, gives us pictures what they do. So this is Gandiva. This is the main grade 3, right? What he does is that whenever your opponent's rear guard is retired, you bind one of your cards from the drop face down, right? And then during your turn, for each face down bind zone card. Each of your face down bind zone cards, your front row, your entire front row gets 2k. This is a con ability, and if you have 5 or more, it gets also a crit. So it's hitting big numbers and a crit. And the beauty of it is that when you hit that 5 number threshold, 5 and 10, right, you basically get like a free persona ride and just keeps on scaling up and up, which makes, you know, just your normal terms even better, right? And then, you know, you have special nice like breakpoints, so like 4 at 9, you know, you hit those like plus 8, plus 18Ks to make a grade 2 hit some nice, you know, numbers. So that's really cool. And then the last effect is an act ability once per turn. You counterblast 1, and then you pick different grades on your opponent's side of the field, up to like 5, and then you reveal the top 5 cards of your deck for each grade that's like the same as your opponent. You retire them. Right, so basically, if your opponent has like, you know, like 1, 2, and 3 on the field, and you reveal like 1, 2, and 3 in your top 5, you just retire them all. And then if the number of cards retired is 1 or less, you draw a card and then bind a card from your drop zone. So like hitting that like 1 or less retire is actually really good. So you want to retire 1, draw a card, and then bind a card, and then because you retired 1, right? You also bind another from the first ability of Gandiva. But then, you know, if your opponent just has like a massive field and you hit it all, it still feels good retiring everything, right? Just a big board wipe. So yeah, very cool ability, very simple as well. Well, not maybe the last effect is not that simple, but you know, you get the retire, you get the draw, your hand size kind of goes up a decent amount, which I quite like. So very cool, right? But then you have like these cards. So these cards, this grade 2 just like retires a card, but if you don't retire, you draw 1 and bind a card. So you're basically getting the effect, even if your opponent plays like really lame against you. They go, oh, I'm playing as a retire deck. let me not put anything on the field so you can't do anything. Well, this, like, all these effects kind of get around that if they have, like, retire printed on them, which is really, really cool. And then, you know, there's a few more cards. This one is your multi-attacker. So this one is when your Gandiva attacks, if your Gandiva attacks a grade 3 or higher Vanguard, you know, you counterblast one and bind this face down, so it contributes to your bind as well. And look at the top 5 and grab a grade 3 or less unit card and call it onto the field. And so you can have like 1 or 2 of these, and then when your Gandiva attacks, you make a new front row. And then they also benefit under your Gandiva's you know, power skill and persona ride skill. So that's also very, very nice. And then to make it all easy, right, you have this. This is a counter charger. This is a back row rearguard circle. Whenever your Gandiva attacks, if your bind zone is 3 or higher, you bind this card and counter charge 1. It is just that easy, right? It's just that easy. So in terms of resource management, this deck is actually pretty simple. It's got all the tools you need. It's got the draws. It got the counter chargers. And just like it's a very simple deck, right? Built for new players, and it's also like affordable in a way for new players too. And this is the kind of deck that you probably want Bushiroad to print more often. You know, a nice simple deck. This isn't. I don't think this is a tier 1 deck. This is probably a tier 2 deck actually. So it's like still up there. It's not like the best deck, right? The best deck, you kind of expect a lot more investment, not just from monetary wise, like time as well. Like you need multiple sets for a deck to become like really good. But for an out of the box deck, this is where you kind of want to be, right? You just want to be able to buy this deck. A lot of these cards as well aren't rare. I think Gandiva might not even be. I think Gandiva is triple R, right? But like, yeah, so Gandiva is triple R, but then, you know, only the multi-attacker was double R, and then the rest was like common. So very, very easy to build, right? Very easy to build. I know they run the generic cycler card for Dragon Empire in this, but you don't really need to run that. You can just run other cards too. It's a nice card to have. Okay, the Meteor Flare Dragon is triple R as well, but you know, just pick it up now, right? Just pick it up now. So yeah, very, very enjoyable deck. I was quite surprised. And it actually performs like pretty good. It performs pretty good. It's like good. You actually just draw a lot of cards, and you know the retire is actually pretty painful for your opponent. So yeah, I can't say enough of how good this this design was, at least in set 10. And I've like, funnily enough, in terms of what I've been practicing, you know, just kind of getting to know, I've been practicing this deck a lot just because it's just so fun to play. It's so fun to play. So if set 10 is coming out this week, if you're playing the Japanese game, and you like kind of like the old school retire style of gameplay, this is the one for you. This is the deck for you. And look, it's not gonna break the bank to build, I don't think. Right? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you all next time. If you want to take a look at the fight video, just go to the official Vanguard YouTube channel and you'll see it. Alright? Bye!